women first.
Is it just
Is
in
that an
Africa?
African thing?
It's a little bit different with other countries.
I think it's more Western than African,
Serious.
actually. Yeah.
No, before Rooney, because now my guest is already talking. I've not even
Anyway,
introduced her.
anyway, Jackie, we'll come back to that. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome once again. My name is Ronnie El Maestro, and I'm so excited to be part of this second episode of the Inspire Talk Show. Rwanda, broadcasting live from the Webena Impact, Webena Studios. And remember, we're in Kigali, the real heart of Rwanda. You can follow or catch the conversation live on our different social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, on YouTube, we're at Webena Impact. I just can't wait to share this amazing topic. Of course, I'm featuring these amazing people.
All right, you can just figure it out from the introduction. People are very excited, and Jackie, thank you so much for gracing our studios today.
Pleasure is all mine.
Oh,
Thank you for
sure.
inviting me.
You're welcome. So, this woman, I'm trying to look out on what I'm supposed to say about her, but just briefly, and then I'll let her add into what I have. So Jackie is a radio presenter, and she's this woman. If you're lazy, she'll definitely wake you up. Kigali people can attest to this.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
morning, she's that person who wakes us up. So aside all that, she's also a writer. She's a weekly columnist with the
The
New
New
Times.
Times, mm.
And she's an energetic, ambitious person. It comes out from her voice. It's just amazing. I'm interested in how long she has spent in this field. 14 years.
Is it 14 or more? Let me see.
Okay.
That should be more.
If I've been doing this since 2004, I'm very bad at mathematics. So 16 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. So 16 years, but 13 on the breakfast show. And, oh goodness, it should be more than that.
Breakfast KFM.
No, Capital. Because
Capital.
I did Capital 10 years, and I'm doing my third year at Royal FM, so it should be 13 years. There's 1 year missing. I don't know where it has gone.
Okay, we'll catch them at
We're
one.
going to look for it.
Let us look for the year missing.
Yes,
But
yes. It's just gone under. I don't know how.
Yeah, aside that, she
Yeah.
also has a hobbies. You must follow her on her social media platforms. She's amazing. She's also a motivational speaker, a mentor, one of her mentees right
Mentees.
there.
Oh, yeah.
oh, I didn't know the
I thank God
confidence.
for that.
I was asking, where does she get the confidence?
Right from the
She
source.
hangs out to the right person.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And she loves making friends. So if you're out there looking for a friend, you got her.
Yeah,
She's
give me a
also
call.
a reader. She loves reading inspirational books, autobiographies, and magazines. So, Jackie, with
Yeah.
all this, tell us in a nutshell, but make sure that nutshell is not nuts. Like it's not so close. Today, I want people to know who Jackie is.
Yeah.
We've had you, we've seen you in very many posters around the city. People even outside the country know
Yeah.
Jackie. They know that voice.
Oh, boy.
She,
Yeah.
She's the only one with that husky voice on radio in Rwanda. Every morning, if you hear someone, I don't know how to imitate her voice because it's a gift. It's not imitational. But
I know,
if
you
you
can't.
wake up, you don't know her face, but you can.
But
At least you've heard about that voice.
So true. You know, I keep saying that my voice betrays me because even in the middle of the night, if I dare cough, somebody will know that's Jackie. If I whisper, in fact, I don't even whisper because somebody will tell it's me. So it's a gift that I thank God for, you know. I really, really thank God that I have this voice that I will use to speak, but it's also what pays my bills.
I know.
Not very many people are that lucky, you know? Yeah. So when you ask, so who's Jackie? That's a very, what you read there is a bit of me, really. Friendly, outgoing, bit impatient, impatient, yes. Friendly, aggressive. I love to describe myself as a hard worker. I am, what else? Very passionate about the media. Very passionate about the media. I got into it as a news anchor in 2004. That was when I set off on this journey. And after about 3 years of anchoring news on radio, I joined a private TV station in Uganda and anchored news. And that came because, so at the radio station, I was both receptionist and news anchor. And then after I felt like I had mastered the art of reading news on radio, I was hungry for a new challenge. I went to introduce myself to Kenneth, the general manager at a private TV station then, WBS, and he said, "We will give you a chance." So I got the chance, did news on TV. 1 year, then I left that TV and joined the state TV. It was also the same time that I was now leaving news anchoring on radio and going into program presentation. So I went to Capital FM in Kampala and started off on the weekend on a show called Dream Breakfast on Saturday, 6 to 10. And after a while, about 6 months on that show, the lady who was doing the breakfast show at the time went out of the country. And by God's grace, I was called in. That's how I ended up on the biggest show in Uganda. And that shocked even me, because the nature of that radio is they would take people with a name.
Oh yeah, you have
Oh yes,
a name.
no,
You
I didn't think I had. Yeah, actually, I didn't have a name then. So much as I'd been on radio for 4 years, on TV for a year, still the name I had was not the kind of name
was
that
not
they were
what you
accustomed
expected.
to. But I was humbled that they gave me a chance, because it's by them giving me a chance that I am seated here today. Yeah.
That's beautiful, that's beautiful. And I can feel that you're being so careful in letting out who Jackie is, but we're going to catch up.
So now,
with it.
what is the other aspect about me that? So I am the firstborn.
Okay.
Do you want me to go that direction?
I'll come to that. Don't worry. So we have somebody who's joined us. Desmond Ogubi, right from Nairobi, saying, "You guys looking so smart. I want your tailors at Jackie Nice seeing yes.
Thank
you.
you.
Can please follow us on our social media platforms. Drop your comment, your questions, because today we're handling a very critical topic, the role of social media in the 21st century. And when you were giving your breakdown of who Jackie is, it is unfolded in a way that every step meant something in the media. So first of all, we need to come into the same footing, social media. When you mention social media today, I'll think of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. So
Yeah.
what is
FaceTime, is there something like that?
Yeah, FaceTime.
Yes.
So what is all this thing about social media? Do we include calls, messages?
That's a good question. So you see now, when it comes to calls, because
Yes.
calls are not just the normal calls that we used to do. Today, almost all apps enable you to call.
Yes.
Go to Facebook, there's I opened Facebook once and I'm saying Mr. Call from some, I'm like, who's this who's calling me on Facebook?
Yeah.
So you've got WhatsApp calls. So calls are not just calls anymore. The social media apps started as a platform where we could all just text each other.
Yeah.
It was taking pen pal, because,
Yeah,
Ronnie, I
yeah.
know you weren't born by the time we were sending people letters as pen pals. You weren't, even you, Mercy, weren't born. So it was taking pen pal to another level, because
Yeah.
pen pal would mean you're writing to this person you do not know, someplace in America, Germany, or wherever, and the letters are to come through post, and you would talk to these people for long without ever seeing them, share pictures, talk about your hobbies. And through those letters, we really got to know each other. And then as time went by, so social media came. I always look at it as just an evolution of what pen pals were those days. Because today, I have a lot of social media friends that I interact with, but I do not know them.
Yep.
Apart from the profile picture and
Which
the
might
little,
not be them.
which again might not be them, you know? And the little that they will tell me about them, which again might not be true. So you only get to interact with what somebody has offered you. So yeah, it all started like that. We're just meant to share letters, or rather messages, inbox each other. Before long, we were able to call, we were able to do so much more. So yeah, it's social media, yeah, but calls in there and everything else that the app
Alright.
enables you to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Social media today. This is one of the topics that look familiar. If someone said social media, yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp,
Yeah.
FaceTime, whatever you can mention. There is a new one called, is it Parler? It's
I
almost
don't.
like Twitter. I joined then. It's like nobody was there. Like all my friends were not there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So you
hey,
opted out.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
persuade because there are very, very many. But maybe Jackie, to someone who's watching us out there right now, so social media, of course, there are two elements in social media. In the word social media, we talk about content creation. To the people, there are people that have really gotten a lot out of social
Out of
media
yeah.
through creating content. Like
Correct.
this show, it's a content of
True.
Webena, but we broadcasting live on social media. Then there are YouTubers that are really earning big, sitting at home, creating content and all
Yeah.
that. And then there's also, you talked about social networking. Like, there are people that we talk to. You talk to someone right from the United States, you're on your bed.
Yeah.
Actually, you're on a video, like, yo, what's up? How is New York? How is Miami?
Exactly.
They're like,
What are you
"Good."
having for breakfast? What's that you're doing in the kitchen? You know?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that is how life is currently. But we're talking about the role of social media in our 21st century. Maybe let me talk a little bit. There are times when so we're going to talk about the good things about social media, but I also
And it's got its bad
Eh,
side
yeah,
as well.
social
Yeah.
media is also because currently we are living in a generation that someone said we post happy pictures but with sad souls.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
We're
you
miserable on the inside.
miserable. Like you have to show people like, yeah, I'm good, I'm
Yeah.
having lunch, I'm having supper, but you know, behind that lunch, behind that beautiful picture, there is agony. And
Yeah.
and before our parents, I mean, they used to be happy without social media. Has social media been, to a great extent, a good achievement in our 21st century? Is it? Should we have reversed it maybe, and we lived our life without it? Just give us an insight of social media in our century as a generation. Yeah, what's
So
social
you know,
media?
what happens is fast reversing it would never be an option because life is not static.
Yeah.
And life is not meant to regress. We're supposed to progress.
Progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we look at it and embrace it and say it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen. Like whatever that generation, because there was a generation of black and white pictures, black and white TVs.
Yeah.
Then we came to colored TVs. Then we now have smart TVs. And as technology evolves, you know, life just keeps changing. So reversing it was never ever and will never be an option. The thing we need to do is, in my opinion, learn how to live with it without necessarily letting it control our lives. So I'm also not in my, I'm on social media, but I've got platforms that I love. I love my WhatsApp very much because on there I have small groups of people that I interact with. I have my family group. When you cannot call each family member because it's expensive, at least you can make a group call. And then I have Twitter that I love for work. There was a time when I was big on Facebook, especially when I was in Uganda, I was very big on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because at that time, our listeners were mainly on Facebook.
Yeah.
So again, as a radio presenter, I will follow where they are.
Yeah.
I follow my listeners. And at that time, it was Facebook. Then when I came to Kigali, Twitter is where, especially the people that we were targeting, they're on Twitter. So I found myself doing a lot more on Twitter. The misery that we see there, and sorry, the beautiful pictures that we see there, for some people it's real. It's their life.
Yeah.
That's the life they live.
Yeah.
Now, woe unto you who goes there and you want to live that person's life.
Please say that again.
Woe unto you who wants to go there, see
And
their
imitate.
life and imitate them. And they're at a different level. It's like, I would never, if I am some jobless person at home, why am I going to be competing with Kim Kardashian?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
who gets paid $1 million per post, for example.
Yeah.
You know, why do I want to compete with Beyonce?
Why do I want to compete with Jackie?
What, do you understand? What do you like? Even Jackie has she can't compete with. So why do you want to compete with Jackie? So, social media is there for us to socialize. Pick the good that you can pick out of it. But you've got to be very, and for me, I keep saying, I pray for God's grace. Like, it's also something that I cannot do in my human power, but I pray a lot. And I pray that I will go there and not allow myself to be put under pressure or allow myself to be carried
Trolls.
away. You see?
Yeah.
When I go to Twitter, I know the kind of family I come from. So why am I going there and trying to portray a very high life that I know for sure is not my life?
How do you even control that? Because
Yes.
nowadays, young people love posting a lifestyle that is very hard for them to live.
Yeah.
Someone is maybe gone at Marriott. I want to take a picture at Marriott and show like, yeah, I was at Marriott.
Yeah.
But can you sustain Marriott for 5 luncheons?
Okay.
I
yeah.
mean, as you said, there are a lot of times when you see something on social media and be like, wow, Eddie Kenzo put on this amazing show.
Yeah.
And how can I acquire it? Man, but
Again.
you can't make it there.
You see, thank you. And you know, you ask me, so how are you able to do that?
yeah.
Where is it written that I should have everything that Ronnie has?
Yeah.
If I see you donning a beautiful, nice fitting suit, you know how you got it.
Yeah.
Where is it written that I'm supposed
I
to
should
wear the
have
same?
it.
Exactly, that I should have it. And fine, I have admired it. Why am I going to try and steal to have it? Yet I could have the option of working for 5 years to have it.
Yeah.
Like, because for sure by the time Ronnie is able to wear that, or you know, I walked in and you're looking all super duper.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So you look like $1 million. I would never have dressed like you.
Thank you,
And so,
Jackie.
and I will see a beautiful, like I see a lot of beautiful pictures that Mercy posts on her Instagram page.
Yeah.
So
Guys, follow
personally-
me, eh?
Oh, yeah, please follow her. So I don't know how to dress up. I am very lazy when it comes to dressing up. I struggle a bit, but also because I struggle. If I go there and see Mercy's beautiful picture, if it's something that I like, I will call and ask, Mercy, so where did you buy those shoes? I like them. I've asked you before, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I like them. And if I go see them and I cannot afford them, that's the end of
Let
the
it
story. If I cannot walk in them because I don't know how to walk in high heels, that's the end of the story.
Yes. But
Basically, like, I love myself so much,
Yes.
and above everything else, I love the real me. I keep saying this, living life as Jackie is the easiest life on earth
All right.
than me trying to imitate someone else or duplicating some other Jackie. That life I can't bear.
I think it's coming out so clearly that people should first have their identity.
Yeah.
Who is Mercy? And live according to the strands that come in with
Correct,
that.
yeah.
And earlier on you said that the major role of social media, it came the Facebook, Instagram, all
There was
those things,
MySpace very many years before Twitter.
yeah. All those, they replace what pen pals were doing. So this is communication and constructive communication in this matter, because if I remember those times, you'll be so structured in what you are writing to the other person on the other side.
Correct.
So nowadays you find that if it's probably I have a lot of engagement on Facebook, and you find people randomly writing to you, and some of the things are really totally off. So as a person who has been in this field, I know people reach out to you, and
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, wait, where are you just coming from?
I know.
How do you balance that? And at the
Yeah.
same time, probably you're supposed to be pushing some content at the same time,
Yeah.
but then something just pops on your screen. So how do you try to manage the emotional part, the logical part of it, dealing with social media?
So when it comes to like the people that will come at me, first I am a radio presenter, and so I need the audience.
Yes.
I am very careful how I will turn someone off. If someone is coming at me and I'm feeling uncomfortable, I will politely tell them. First, as a rule, I keep saying, as a rule, every message directed at me will be replied. It could be whichever platform. But trust me, I assign a time a day to respond to messages.
Yeah.
So and why? Because again, there are a lot of people that take radio hosts and TV presenters to be all that and more, and yet in actual sense we are not. We just do a job like any other person could do
Yeah,
a job.
like just working in the bank.
Sure.
Exactly. You know, it's just like working in the bank or being a receptionist. It's just that by God's grace, we're here and being watched now, or somebody wakes up and listens to us. But it's not like the most important job in the world. And so there are people who have, because some celebrities have made it seem like that. And so you find there are times when guys just text thinking, oh, you won't reply. So I wanted to demystify that. And from the first day, I would reply those messages. So until today, if someone comes and there are words I don't like if somebody is texting me for the first time and they say, hi, beautiful, hi, darling, that one, I will not even reply. That one block.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. Who's honey?
Jackie, be nice.
No, I am very nice, but my dear, that is why there's an ID.
the first time I get you.
That's why there's a name there.
In the
That's
profile.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why there's a name in the profile. Like, I also have people that I approach for the first time.
Yeah.
And I will say, hello, Mercy. Good afternoon. Are you well? My name is Jackie. I work at Royal FM. And I would like to invite you to Kigali in the morning on Thursday, 7 a.m. to talk about social media. Could you kindly respond to this?
Yeah.
That's me introducing myself properly.
Yeah.
So you, who has given you the right to ask honey and darling, and you don't know me? So those ones, I don't give them time.
Jackie, I'm sorry to cut you. Is that are you answering a question in line with social media like bullying?
That's not bullying. Okay, but no, I wouldn't call it bullying.
Okay.
But I'm responding to what she asks. How do you deal with it? And, you know, the messages that would come through.
Okay.
Yes, that sort of thing.
Because for the bullying part, we'll come to that. I want you to, you'll handle that later. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what happens is I will be very careful how I respond and to what I am responding to. Because again, if I don't have an answer to what someone is asking, I will chill. I'll leave it or refer them to some place where they can find an answer. If I feel like someone has not really been nice enough, I'll tell them maybe next time, because you're talking to a stranger, you might just want to choose your words carefully.
Yeah,
as you've said,
sure.
even during those days of writing letters, would be very deliberate. You'd write things knowing this is going to take a month to get to that person. Let it be of substance.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So
But
this-
again, in all that, I will still be polite because I want them to wake up and listen to the show the following day.
All right, I have somebody here who just got to my inbox and they're asking me, please don't mention my name. Sure, I'm not mentioning your name, but is very much interested in knowing what is the power of social media as a brand, be it a company, be it a person at a personal level. I need to push Kaliche as a name.
Yeah.
What is the power that comes from the social media? What should be put out if somebody is looking out to push their brand?
So, you know, social media is media. Radio, TV. By the time a company pays for advertising on radio, they are looking to market themselves.
Yeah.
They're looking to market the good products and services that they have to offer. So it's the same thing. The difference here, when you go to social media, in most cases, we take it for granted that, oh, I am just Jackie, I'm just Ronnie or Mercy. I am not this big brand, you know. I am not MTN, I am not BPR, so I can afford to be careless. That is wrong. Because same thing, the way MTN will be careful and deliberate about adverts that are airing,
Yeah.
about their brand, is how you should be careful. Because now this is another form of advertising yourself.
Yeah.
So you're there. What sort of brand do you want to sell out? Because that's the other thing. And I'm not going to impose that on anyone.
Yeah.
We all know what we want people. Like, I am the cheeky one. I once in a while will go and like the crockiest of comments. There are times I just have to whoosh, like hoops, spray and hold my breath that I don't like a very insane, very scandalous image.
Yeah.
Because at that time I'm thinking, much as this is funny to me, but I have a few other people that follow me that might not like this. So I have that person that I want people to interact with on social media, who will be friendly, at times funny, and one that will share memes. So I want to be known as such. And indeed, You're a brand there. Forget about that company that you work for or the company that is advertising. You're there advertising yourself. That is space in the media that you have. So what are you selling and how are you selling yourself?
I just want to attack something you mentioned right now. You're always careful with what you might like. Does that bring some aspect of not being Jackie? Because at the first point, you were so vocal of,
Yeah.
Jackie, this is me.
Yeah.
These are my roles. So if you're being careful with probably Ronnie who follows you or your colleagues, does that bring some aspect of makes kind of confusion?
So
I don't
it's-
know which Jackie is this.
So here's the thing. It's not, there's you being real and also just being careful.
Okay.
That's just me being sensitive, responsible, and careful.
Yeah.
Because I am trying to be all real, but it doesn't mean that I don't have young people who look up to me. It doesn't mean I am not a Christian. It doesn't mean I am not. So in my corner, this thing might really, really be funny, but I'm not going to like it and amplify it for my choir members to see it, because I do not know how many fellow choir members will find it funny. So it's just me being sensitive
Okay.
to the people, because I think part of you being real again is you respecting people's feelings.
Yeah.
Being able
It's
to
important.
see
Yes.
what is
Thank you. Being able to sieve.
All right.
So if something like, even on WhatsApp groups, if I could receive a video and it's so funny, but this video is good for one group and not good for the other group. So I am not going to leave this group because it's too serious. I'll stay there for what I see and what I receive, and I will still. In this other one, for those two funny videos that I will keep to myself, or even watch and delete.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe let me just read a comment from our social media platforms to give a reminder to the people watching us in different areas across the world. On YouTube, we are at Webena Impact. Facebook page is Webena Impact. Before you comment, please follow the page.
True.
Omekanya Enyakundi says, my sweethearts are looking fine. The gentleman is also looking up. I know. Thank you so much. But, and maybe coming, there are a lot of, there is this celebrities, the celebrity element of very many people here. You're a celebrity, Jackie.
So they say.
Mercy is a celebrity in the making.
She's doing a good job.
Yeah, there are a lot of celebrities, but I want there is social media bullying in the 21st century. I want us to look at. Sometimes you post a picture, like me. I one day, maybe before I pose the question, you just mentioned about being careful, liking something. Maybe it could be funny.
Yeah.
I once liked. There is an artist in Kenya. I really love him, but I don't know where it went wrong. Willie Paul. Now, I liked Willie Paul's post. Another DJ from Kenya wrote to me and said, I saw you liked Willie Paul's.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Yeah.
Are you running? Are you? I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like,
Yeah.
no, that post, dude. I'm like, hey. So I just like double tapped. I thought it was, fine. Willie Paul
Yes.
put something. And someone said, no,
Someone
dude.
personal.
Yeah, you can't be liking. This post is not to be liked by you. I'm like, dude, who am I? But I had to wake up like, okay.
Yeah.
So someone is looking at Ronnie, and he's like,
Exactly.
Ronnie, can't put a like on this. And
Yeah.
for you, sometimes you feel like, it's
Yeah.
fine. So it just reminded me, I'm like, oh, sometimes you have to be careful.
So, I also used to just like things because this is...
Randomly.
Yes, randomly. This
Yeah.
is funny, I like. Until someone told me, gosh, I saw you like something very weird.
Yeah.
That's when it occurred to me that when I like someone's
Someone is
scenes...
going to see like Jackie
Exactly.
likes
Yeah,
this
this.
person and be like,
Ouch.
So maybe let's talk about social media bullying. Sometimes I post a pic. I love my hair.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, but that
You look like a
comment.
peacock.
Yeah,
Some kabad.
yeah. That comment,
And the
another
peacock or
person is
something
not
else.
going to like it.
Yeah.
So someone just said, Aliko, are you Christian? Are you Christian or you are a devil's agent? Like, why are you having even that kind
look.
of... So there are a lot of people, when you put a picture on Facebook, people are going to comment, hey, Ronnie, look at you, look at that. So sometimes you feel like, should I reply these people? Like handling social media. There are people who bull us on social media. Not me alone, but there are also other celebrities. Someone posts a picture, then people be
All over them.
all over you, and sometimes you feel like, oh my God, why did I even post? But it's my page again.
Yeah.
So handling social media bullies and yeah.
Man, you know, I've been lucky that I've not, and I'm not asking you to come bully me. I've been so lucky that I've not experienced it, at least, thank God. But probably it's also because I don't post that many pictures. So I love nature. If I am somewhere, I'm likely to post pictures of other items more than myself.
Yeah.
So once in a while I'll put myself there, but you know, then there are other times I'll just post nature and other things. But when I have seen an uncomfortable message, there are times I have responded.
Yeah.
If somebody, if you want a fight, I will fight. Yeah, that's what I do.
Roger that.
If you want a fight, I will fight. So it depends on what subject it is. If it's something that I can successfully and confidently defend myself, I will defend myself. It's something that I think is non-consequential, and even this person is non-significant, I can ignore them. And if I don't ignore them, so you say like there are like 3 different levels. There's one I'll choose to reply, and I could reply nicely or using satire. It will depend. There are other times I will fight. There are other times I will ignore, and there are other times I will block.
Yeah.
Because again, there are times when people will just say things about you because they want to latch on to your numbers. So when you start replying, the more you reply, the more you're exposing them to the numbers you have, and they want to be seen. So there are a lot of people on social media who will be hanging around, just ready to pounce on someone so they can get numbers off them. So such people, don't answer their prayer. Ignore them.
Next time they won't come back.
Next time they won't come back. Just don't entertain them.
Did you even backslide? So, but I didn't say anything, and another person came in and said, so you who is judging someone because of the hair, assuming you have a bald head, does it give you a direct entrance, guaranteed to heaven that your head is bad, you don't have anything? So for you, holy, I'm like, whoa, I love this.
You're already seated next to God.
Now this one looks like this is the Locks team defending how they look, because everyone here is on the Locks. So out of the Locks guys.
Oh goodness, I didn't notice.
And so out of that, Jackie, definitely your story, your career story, it could be covered as a success story. Definitely.
I don't know.
Well, I could.
You could.
Yeah.
Success is relative. So if you think it is success, then maybe. Do I look at it? I don't know. I just keep saying I am actually just blessed.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So in this, let me use your terms. In this blessing, there are times that you really felt, no, it's more working. Maybe I should have done something else. However passionate that you are in this field, there's chances that you get and you like just see dim. Could you please share with us your
So, you know, incidentally, I haven't reached a place where I wished I was in another field.
Okay.
Never ever. So I remember there's an interview I did many years ago, and someone asked, if you weren't a radio presenter or a TV, I was an anchor at the time, what would you have been? And I said maybe a soldier, because I loved the military.
This is the problem, loved the military. Having a radio presenter and you're supposed to interview, they always anticipate for the question.
Was it coming? I'm so sorry.
She's ahead of, you're ahead of her interview. Excuse us, Jackie.
Sorry, I forget I'm being interviewed.
Please take us on.
Exactly. So this guy said
that.
Us
your interview.
I promise not to. I'll be disciplined. So I told this person I would have been a soldier. I would have been in the army because I love the military. Maybe I don't know how long I would have lasted. I'm not that disciplined, but you never know. At least I would have been somewhere.
Especially
maybe they would have really tamed me.
Laughter.
And with the laughter, yeah, because those guys don't laugh that much. Oh gosh. So maybe that is what I would have done. But the fact that I said that did not mean I don't, like I would change what I have. No. I know in future, when I leave the media, I could venture into something else.
Yeah.
But as of today, it has always felt right. Always.
Okay.
Even when I have woken up and I'm struggling to wake up, struggling to get out of bed, it has always just happened. Like the thought of that listener who's down and they want to hear from me so that they can jump out of their bed. That will get me out of bed.
So what exactly has been your drive? Is it majorly your audience?
Yeah.
You always don't want to disappoint that person who wakes up just to listen to that voice, that motivational word that you're going to put
Yeah,
out.
it's mainly that. I keep saying I am a minister. Like I believe I am in media, not for me. In fact, it's a promise I made to God when I was looking for a job there. I said, take me there, but not for fame, not for money, but just use me to glorify your name.
Yeah.
And I see that all the time. So whenever I am in there, it's more about that life that I will touch, the person I will make laugh,
Yeah.
the child who will tell their dad, oh, that presenter, I like her, can you take me to her?
Yeah.
That is my drive. That is what inspires me. When I meet someone and they go like, oh, there's that story you told. You know, it's like you are speaking to me direct. I'm like, oh, wow, that is it. That is it. So it's just the work that gets done by me being on radio. And that is the work in someone's life out there. That person who wakes up and feels like the only person who will make me see the positive out of this is Jackie. That drives me, for sure. It's more about what I give out there than what I get. Yeah.
That's very beautiful, and it definitely comes out from a very passionate space. I can feel it, and even in your face. And I
Yeah.
think this is the most
Thank you, thank you.
interesting thing
Yeah.
in every other person, in the spaces that we are all in. We should find our major drive.
Yeah.
So, young person, old person, male, female, you're out there watching us today. It's very important for you to have that core bit of you that pushes you whenever everything else is crumbling. She has it, and that's why she is right where she is today. So I think if today you don't walk out with anything else from this show, that one should just be the take
Yeah.
away point of it. And I know somebody will be reminding me, hey, yo, madam, time, just before we get to the closing part of it. Jackie, I've interacted with different people, especially from this beautiful land, and everyone wants to be there, especially with the media. Everyone wants to be a journalist. Everyone wants to be that Jackie,
Yeah.
you know.
They want to be on radio, they want to be on TV.
Yes. So what would you really speak to this person? Are there very exceptional features that need, apart from the schooling bit of it, which
Yeah.
is definitely mandatory?
Yeah, yeah.
What else can somebody do to just...
You know, first and foremost, and as you said, the schooling is very important. But I love, when it comes to media especially, I love to say it's an added advantage. Because first and foremost, media is in you, the passion for it. I'm telling you, it doesn't pay that well. No.
Say that again.
Exactly. It doesn't pay that well. That would be a lie.
Just let me
Yeah.
cut you short. I have a friend, and I know she's your friend, Fola from Nigeria. Please receive our greetings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fola told me when I was starting, told me, Kalichi,
Yeah.
if you think you're going to get money here, no.
You won't make
You're
money.
mistaken.
Correct. Yeah.
Please preach that out.
And I'm telling you this, when you see someone thriving, and I talk to a lot of young people who want to get in it, and then a few months down the road, they feel like they are famous and they have arrived. You never arrive with media, first and foremost. And I'm telling you, by the time you see someone has been at it for 10 years, 15 years, there's something bigger that has driven them.
Right.
You agree with me, Ronnie, because you've been there for a while as well.
Been
So
there,
trust
yeah.
me, so the money will not take you there. And even before you go do that diploma or that bachelor's degree, first do a soul search. Ask yourself, is this what I really want?
Yeah.
Because every job has its challenges. You know, when people go out to the military, there's the training, the rigorous routine. So ask yourself, do I have it in me to withstand this?
Yeah.
So when you ask yourself, do I have to withstand this? When you see that person behind the camera, the person behind the microphone, they've got all those challenges that they go through, but they still overcome them to come out and serve you. Ask yourself, will I have the grace to serve tomorrow if I am told your salary has been removed?
Yeah.
Will I wake up tomorrow? What else drives you beyond that money that comes out of it, or the connections that you've made? Do you have that bigger picture that where you're saying, for sure, even without money, this I will do?
Yeah, sure.
I think once you get to that level with any job, then money will follow you. But once you prioritize the money, you prioritize the fame, those things could come, but they will wither very fast.
You're not going to make it in anywhere in media.
You won't.
I've been there, and it's not actually. Maybe it's an African issue. I don't know, but as you said, sometimes what keeps us in the media, it's not money. If it was money, we would be doing other jobs.
True.
Because man, you do this thing for 3 years and you don't have a contract with a media house.
Exactly, yes.
But that message that comes on your social media or through your phone, like, "Hey, Ronnie, thank you so much for today. You
That's
talked
what
about
encourages
something
you.
and it encouraged me." You're like, "Wow." So if I didn't say, if I wasn't there today, who would have spoken into this person's life? Then you go back the next day.
Correct.
But if it's money, that's a big.
That's a different story.
Yeah, so there is.
And you could be given a lot of money today, and tomorrow it's not there.
Yeah, sure.
So what happens? Yeah.
There is someone on called Desmond Ugubi. I love the
Hi,
names,
Desmond.
Yeah, people watching it on our Facebook page. Thank you so much. But maybe you can write us the name and tell us where you're watching us from. It's really, really essential for us to know if you're in Kenya, if you're in Nigeria, because
Desmond is in Kenya.
Okay. It says social media is among the top 5 causes of depression and anxiety among young people. As a legend in the field, what would you tell a 15-year-old Jackie?
Exactly. Just to top on that, I'm having somebody by the name Wanza Betty, and she is in Iraq. She's asking, what do you think the pandemic what position do you think the pandemic has put people with social media? So many people got into closed up spaces. Did social media help, or did it put them in more depression, as Desmond is saying?
I think that goes both ways. There are a lot of people that found solace and comfort in social media.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And then there are those who, if you ask me, did it create more depression? I would think maybe not. With this pandemic, if anything, it saved a lot more people. And I say that because when you see the rise of comedians, people came up with creativity. People just started creating content of things, eating crisps, doing what. And there are guys who made it a routine to watch those tiny little videos, the TikTok challenges. And I know a lot of people who will tell you, TikTok helped me through the pandemic. So with this pandemic, social media, and for a lot of people that were separated from their friends and family, that gave them comfort, for sure. And then Desmond asks about 15 years. There was no social media, really, when Jackie was 15. What am I supposed to tell her?
Imagine Jackie 15 now.
Jackie at 15.
Jackie at 15, there was no social media. I didn't even think there would be social media. But maybe the future Jackie at 15,
yes.
I will tell her to be cautious and careful and just be herself. Like, whatever you see there, if it's something that does not give you peace, leave it. If you're following someone, I'll tell you the truth. There are times I have this, because I'm constantly looking for content, so there are times I will follow this big sensation, a celebrity. Then I see their house, I see their beautiful clothes, and I'm realizing it might take me 50 years to get there. So really, following you is not helping you. I unfollow. Yeah.
So talking
I do that a lot on Instagram. Like, really, if I cannot compete, what am I doing? I just unfollow.
Yes.
Talking about that, Jackie, we have this, I think it's the new norm, the trend, that the celebrities or people who are doing well in the field, I'll start like the reality Kardashians kind of a thing. So I take
it's a
it
big thing now.
I think because I see every person, especially the media personalities, they want to expose their personal lives to everyone.
No.
What is your take on that?
Those guys are working.
Okay.
Yeah, they're on the job. So if you want to watch and make them richer, that's up to you. But it's just a job like any other. You know how previously you would be cast to act in like Sebri Coco, that guy's show.
Yeah.
You act with him, or Vitimbi, for example. So instead of people being cast to act in those soaps, they're now acting in their homes, their bedroom, their kitchen, with the cast members being who? The husband, the family, and then they've got brands paying them to
And
feature.
they are paid, yeah.
So they're just doing their, like, job description. I am a reality TV star.
Wow.
They're earning.
Okay.
I wouldn't say there's too much of it, less of it. My dear, if it rocks your boat, go on.
Oh my God.
right, all right.
Like we're running out of time. But Jackie, maybe my last question to you. I would like us to look at social media marketing. All of us have social media platforms. Others use their social media platforms to attack others. I've seen a lot of people earning from social media.
Yeah.
Some company contacts you like, because you know you have a good following, can you help us post this, and you
Like market our suits.
Yeah, we're going to because you take a good suit, and this gentleman is demanding. By the way, I've been dressed by Ian Boutique.
You we have to, yes.
Yeah,
Ian is watching and he's waiting.
He's waiting for just a picture to post, or even me post. How can a young man, a young woman, first of all, Mercy, you realize that nowadays there are a lot of people are really, the depression is talking about, it's the likes kind of depression. A lot of people are posting pictures for likes, not as a pleasure. You want to get 1,000 likes or 1M likes that Messi and whoever gets, and you forget you have 460 people that are following you, and someone was like, so you don't like my pictures nowadays? I'm like, hey, I like when I like.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to force me to like
you don't post pictures then force people to like them. They will like what pleases them.
Yeah, you fight. A lot of people are into social media for likes. You're fighting to get 100 likes, but you can't make it there. Take it slow. Grow your audience.
That's it.
Maybe
Most important.
Yeah, you'll talk about how do I grow my audience as a social media influencer. There are a lot of people who a lot of young people who are doing a business with social media, but they have a slow following.
Yeah.
How do I increase my following on social media? Organic following. I'm not talking about sponsored. Maybe ads you could do, but organically. And maybe number two, maybe as we come to the end, even Mercy will do. I would also like you to talk about social media marketing. How do I use my platforms? Now we have them. You have your Facebook, you have Instagram, you have like the account is full. You even have a Facebook page, but it is just there. You have people. How do I turn them into monetary? How can I make money out of my audience?
Yeah. Okay. So growing organically. I remember interviewing a lady who's a specialist in that regard, and she said the one way to grow your following is to consistently do something.
Yeah.
So if you say you want to grow, decide at what pace you want to grow, and then what sort of following do you want to grow? So is this a Christian following? Study the following, the kind of following that you want.
Yeah, sure.
Am I looking for a Christian following? Am I looking for DJs? Am I looking for students? Tailor your content to suit them.
To suit the audience.
To suit the audience, exactly. Because again, it's a market, and so you're not going to have everyone.
Exactly.
But the people that you want, what do they find suitable? After you've identified the group, you've identified what they find suitable, consistently serve that to them.
Yes.
Do it. You can say every Monday 7 p.m. or every day 8 p.m. I will post something out. I'm going to post a scripture. I'm going to post a prayer. I will post a music video. It depends on your audience, what they want, and how you will serve them. Whatever you choose, just serve them well, they will keep coming. But besides that, they will bring more people to you.
Yes.
They'll bring more people to you. And as you grow, if you're involved in any sort of business, use the same platform to market your business. Do you want to market your employer's business, like Royal FM? Do I want to talk about Royal FM on my pages? I will do that. Am I now selling hardware, what is it, like spare parts, for instance? So instead of me going to pay Royal FM to advertise my spare parts,
Yeah.
I have a page with 300 followers.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have a page with 300 followers. Go to a graphics designer, tell them to design for you a small
Simple
poster.
poster, yeah.
Use it as a profile picture. And once in a while, as you're posting, so besides that scripture that you're posting, because you have this Christian following, you want to attract, make sure once in a while you talk about the spare parts that you're selling. You could talk about their brand, talk about their costs, give your number, use that platform to sell your business.
Okay, so I think that's.
Did I answer it, Ronnie, correctly?
You did.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
I think that's.
And organic growing is the best. I just need to highlight that. There
Yeah.
are people who think, I want to grow rich quickly. So they say, go buy a YouTube channel that already has 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
My dear, shame on you when you have 40,000 followers and 4 likes. That's where you will realize you're better off with your 4 people liking you. Because people are always watching.
4 followers with 4 likes than 40,000 with 4
With
With 4
likes.
likes. Oh, trust me.
I
Oh,
get
man.
you.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
I get you.
I think the whole thing comes out, and it still goes back to what Jackie started by saying: your identity, be you, and stand by that, despite every other thing. And in regards to that, we have Mimi, who is saying, amen to that, Jackie. Let's do whatever we're doing for God's glory.
Wow, amen. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard for me. One of my greatest fears in today's show, I don't know how to handle Jackie.
Oh,
I'm
no.
coming out.
But haven't I been easy? I'm an easy
I've been disciplined and you've been disciplined.
I knew it was going to be like a high kind of show because I know her.
Yes,
And I didn't disappoint you.
Yeah, sure.
so I think this comes to the end of our
you.
time. Jackie, thank you so much for gracing our studios.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, and please invite me again.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely. We're going to have more of you. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for being available, and thank
Ronnie,
you so
thank
much
you.
to the technical team. You guys are just amazing, and thank you to me, right?
Oh, yeah. Great host.
Thank you to
Thank you
yourself.
for watching.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you to you, whoever who sent in your comment, your questions. This talk can definitely go on through our social media platforms. That is the major role that we highlighted today, conversations. Let's put this out. Until we see you again, it was nice having you. Please continue celebrating. Merry Christmas.
And
Happy New Year.
we may not actually come back before fast.
Sure.
So,
yes.
so Team Inspire Talk Show, we wish you a very, very wonderful
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
We love you guys. Bye-bye.
God bless you.
Bye.